of little hang-ups that prevented this show from going down on time as we had initially planned. However, here we are. We got you guys in, and that is and was always my intent. I don't know about any other crazy people, but that was always my intent. So how are you today? How do I pronounce your name? Is it Ifki? Ivki? Oh, we lost him. Well, he should be back momentarily. Anyways, I'll go ahead and give my usual preamble. Welcome, as always, to Wolves of Wall Street AMA. Today, we are presenting to you Age of Gangs, an NFT project that is an up-and-comer with some very interesting utility and proposals for team building and video game-based pay-to-earn mechanics. As always, everything that you are about to hear on this show is not financial advice and is to only be construed as the opinions of myself, the speaker and host, and the representative of the team that which we are speaking to. As a result, we are not suggesting that you specifically buy or sell anything. As always, you should do your own research and invest carefully, hedge your risks, and play the market well. And with that being said, Ifki or Ivki, welcome.
I'm back. Is it working? Finally?
Yes.
Are we live?
We are live.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for being patient. Discord on the mobile for now works great. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it is a pleasure for us to host you today. First, now that I've given my preamble, I would of course like to invite you to tell the community about yourself and anything that you would like them to know about your team.
Hello everyone, I am Ivke, or Ivan, wherever you are. I am from Serbia. I have been into crypto for a few months now, and I am the official community manager of Age of Gangs for the English community. That would be 2 months now. And I'm about an intermediate level, I would say, in the crypto sphere. For the fiat world, as we would say, I own my own business, and we have a family-owned chain of stores here in my hometown. So I am always looking to broaden my horizons about the future, about the financial world, and the Age of Gangs.
Absolutely.
Hello?
We're getting a little bit of latency. We lost you right after you were telling us about the business that you run in your hometown.
I am a pet shop owner, and we have a chain of stores in our hometown. And also I'm slowly for the past few months getting into the crypto sphere. I have, with a friend, I am an Axie Infinity player, so I have some knowledge about the pay-to-earn mechanics from a player's point of view. And since I have been paying attention for other projects that are like Axie Infinity, I hope that Age of Gangs can be a contender in the near future.
Absolutely. Is there anything, before we dive into the sort of heavy nitty-gritties of the project, that you feel the community needs to know first about the world of Age of Gangs?
The world of Age of Gangs now. Well, what were you interested in exactly? Everything in the nitty-gritty, or a little more specific?
Well, let's start with the basics, because a lot of folks are going to be familiar with, say, Alien Worlds, right? To start with, as an NFT game project. But also around here, we've got a lot of folks who are interested in Warsaken, which is pretty hot, up and coming, gives out all sorts of valuable cards on airdrop frequently.
Well, in the Age of Gangs, it's a new play-to-earn gaming universe. We want to present to the world the story of the emergence and the formations of gangster structures in the world of the future. The Age of Gangs is a new format. We took a look at the modern play-to-earn games and took apart all the pros and cons, taking the best from most of them and started development. And in the game that the team is developing, anyone can find something to their liking. In the chats, in Discord and the Telegram chats, we constantly update them with posts about the game, about the lore, about the references to our world, how the game is developing. A few weeks ago, we released in the chats and also in the Telegram channel how the game looks, how it will be played, pre-alpha stage, and I hope we will have even more of that because it's looking really good for an alpha, and I expect it to be a good project. Fans of playing in teams or guilds will discover a new world of playing to earn gameplay. The structure is more like a chess style. It's on a board and you will have gangsters to battle, which you can breed, you can with other gangsters.
Because I'm a gamer myself, and I've played all sorts of different strategy games, tactical games, and I in particular have a fondness for the team builder. I don't play many of them on mobile, but when it comes to, say, premium titles like XCOM, Enemy Unknown, or XCOM 2, I'm definitely a fan of the feeling that I get of nursing a bunch of kind of novices up to becoming total badasses who can take on the world. That's always been really a thing that drives a narrative for me, because I get to create my own story for these people. I get to invent backgrounds for them. It becomes kind of a rich environment for me to imagine a fictional universe where I am sending dudes off into battle and they're bringing me home treasure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is a function in the game. For now, you are building a team of 4 gangsters, 3 active gangsters and 1 passive, and as you play the game against players in PvP or PVE, they are going to level up and become stronger.
So the NFTs are themselves kind of like your XCOM soldiers. They're capable of growing and changing. Their attributes can change.
And they can grow. As you play, as you win, as you get experience, they will grow just as in XCOM.
In XCOM,
they are NFTs.
In XCOM, they can be permanently killed. Is that something that can happen to your guys in Age of Gangs?
It's too early to say. I don't think so. I think that's a big risk in the crypto sphere to buy an NFT, to invest in it, and lost it because it got killed. I think that's a big risk. It's too early to tell if that will be a function in the game. I can't say much about it, but I don't think that will be possible.
As somebody who's played EVE Online, which I'm not sure if you've heard of that one, it's a very hardcore.
I have heard.
Very
yes, I heard it has its own economy, but I have never played it.
Yes, in EVE Online, it is possible for you as a player to earn enough in-game assets to trade for premium time. So if you are good enough at the game, you're essentially able to play the subscription angle of it without spending a dime. So that's just an interesting aspect of many of these MMOs I felt worth mentioning. Can you tell us anything in particular about the attributes of these NFTs? What makes them valuable?
They are designed to reference our world and the culture of our world, from cinema, music, whatever. They have a lot of history and lore with the gangsters of the past. For instance, Al Capone, for instance, Lucky Luciano, the great families of New York, etc. And
You're
they
targeting a
have,
more global audience, I would imagine. So you're not going for
yes,
just the American Italians. There's going to be some, I would presume, Latin American drug cartel types or some Mad Max types and anything like
I
that.
am yes. Also, well, the game is in alpha, and I am sure it we will get to that.
Okay.
First, we will get through the American culture, and as the game progresses, we will also get to the famous Mexico cartels. Probably even, I expect, to the Chinese triads and the Japanese yakuzas.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Also, the characters, their attributes, they have rarities, and rarity is composed of equipment, items on them, which are weapons, clothing, accessories. Rare NFTs will affect the style of your character as well as provide better performance in PVE and the PVP modes. So, as the character is rarer, so to speak, it is even more worth on the market.
So, as before we go on, as a gamer, I have to express a concern about any game with a pay to earn or pay to win, in essence, business model. A capitalist on the scene with a whole lot of Ethereum on hand might be able to say, buy up all the best dudes and dominate everybody. Do you have any in-game mechanics planned for less wealthy fish players to fight against the whales inside of the game ecosystem?
Still too early
Still too
to
early?
say, and I can
Gotcha.
share much, but there are three type of rarity grades in the Age of Gangs collections: the ordinary, medium, and rare. So, and yes, that is more worthwhile, but the game itself, it will be structured on skill level.
Okay.
So maybe a whale, as you say, can buy a quality NFT, but he or she may not be quite as good as a commoner, if I can say so myself, you and I, and we can easily
Yeah.
beat them with enough strategy and cunning.
That's my kind of game, boss. I absolutely am a fan of any game that leaves open a skill-based tactical possibility for a less wealthy player to completely outplay someone with a lot of money.
I can understand that as well. I am a scholar in the Axie Infinity game, and I have been playing for a few months, and the possibility of, I don't know, I don't think I invested any money in the game, and as time progresses, I see myself playing better and using the mechanics of the game better. So there is not much a good team, a team that was investing a lot, can do a difference to my skill level for now. So which I expect to be possible in the Age of Gangs.
Excellent. That is definitely something I'm happy to hear. Do you have any specific utility or anything you want to tell us about buying packs or packages of gangsters or cards or in-game assets?
For now, nothing except that you can buy the NFTs, the Gangsters. You can buy anywhere between 1 and 5 NFTs per round, as well as participate in every round, as long as your wallet address is on the whitelist, and the rounds are held on every 24 hours after the pre-sale. But the pack, as you say, we will have more to share in the future. For now, as you buy the NFT, it comes randomly with its set of characteristics.
Okay, so just for now, it's minting of singular gangsters.
Yes. Yes.
What would be the specific benefits that investors could expect for buying pre-sale level?
As time passes on, the NFTs are going to be more expensive. So the ones who get in early will have a better price than the ones who get in later.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. What kind of price scheme can we expect?
Well, there will be 10,000 NFT characters, and during the pre-sale, there will be 1,500 at 0.03 Ethereum, and as the rounds go, they will go up for 0.02 Ethereum.
That's quite reasonable, actually, in my opinion. I've definitely seen more unreasonably priced NFTs with zero video game backing behind them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the team also they can't share too much information with us because in development a lot of things change.
Naturally.
And I'm sure they don't want to share any empty promises which would ruin the trust. But I am sure they are trying to make this an everyman's game. Someone who can go into the game with little investment, but as time passes on, to make that investment something worthwhile for the future.
Yes, I imagine that you're not going to want the game to release in a buggy state. We've seen 1,000 AAA titles in the past 5 years, and the last year especially, come out in pitiful states.
Yes, it seems that it's better to buy indie games than AAA games now.
Especially, and any NFT projects that have a pay-to-earn component are definitely going to attract a lot of attention in the crypto space. Presumably because, in my opinion, a lot of the games we're seeing, with the Axie being the rare exception, aren't really games. I mean, Alien Worlds is you equip a dude and click a button, then you stake some tokens on a planet. To me, that's not much of a game. I'm like, where's my player agency besides where I'm mining and where I'm staking? I'm not doing anything. It's earning me something, presumably.
Yes, but right, you're not playing. It's just an automated system. It's not even a game.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes.
When will the game itself be available, and on what platforms should we expect it?
The platforms of the game will be on mobile. It will be on desktop. Specifically on mobile, it will be on Android and iOS, and of course it will be on the desktop. When it will be released, it's still a little too early. The roadmap can be seen on the official website.
Okay, gotcha. Where is the official website?
If you want, I can link it in the chats.
Feel free. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any currency system in the game besides, obviously, the crypto purchasing component of the NFTs that we can hear about? Sort of like a gang cash or something that you would spend on resources for the boys, or a base of some sort?
Yes. Just a second to share the website to find a roadmap, just to end this so I can give my full attention to
no problem.
The chat.
And we've just shared the Discord, Twitter, and Telegram servers for Age of Gangs for anyone who's curious. Oh, we lost him. He should be back momentarily. We're almost done with my standard question battery, folks. We'll be moving on to community questions very shortly. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Again, this is going to be.
It's okay. You said you're from Serbia, correct?
Yes, I'm from Serbia, and my internet is really being annoying right now.
No problem.
So
We're happy to get you for as long as we can.
So I apologize for that. Just a second. Where can I share this link of the roadmap?
Oh, check the wolf microphone top hat chat icon. Cybent has just pinged you in that channel. You should be seeing some pings show up.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, that will direct you to our live chat.
Now, can you please repeat the question? In-game currency besides the currency of the cryptosphere, yes?
Yes. I was curious about sort of earnable in-game currencies, anything that you can utilize either within the game or externally on a kind of token or wax or an exchange of some sort.
As you play the game, you can earn. There are two different types of in-game currencies. Gang coin, one which can be bought with cryptocurrency, which is used to buy characters, aka gangsters, and to breed them, and buying chests containing random skill cards or a ready-made character, gangster. So those chests are an early system of those packs which we were talking a little while ago. Also, this is so, and bullet, which you can buy with cryptocurrency or earn while you play the game in PvP or the PVE modes. And the number of bullets received depend on the rarity of items the character is equipped with and on the number of characters surviving the match. So depending on how good you are, you will earn more bullets, and it is used to buy skill cards, purchase items, energy, and for general leveling of your gangsters.
Okay. I feel compelled to ask, you mentioned that you can breed the gangsters. What is the in-universe lore explanation for the forced breeding of two human beings to create more?
Honestly, I do not know, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask.
Fair enough. It is kind of a dark Mad Maxian universe, so it's easy.
Indeed, it is. Although I am a junkie for lore in games, especially RPGs like The Elder Scrolls, that type of lore, for now, I will avoid.
No problem. As a lore junkie myself, I felt compelled to ask. Okay, so going forward, assuming you guys have a successful release, this is a really crowded market for NFT projects right now. How does Age of Gangs plan to create value for holders of the NFTs?
Quality marketing, quality community, and overall game mechanics, play to earn structure, and constant updates to the game. There are many NFTs on the market, NFT games, which have proven to be fakes, which have proven to be scams, and also legit projects that are not being updated on. We plan, the team plans, which I have faith in them, to release a game which will entertain its user base and bring back their investments.
Okay. I actually have a fantastic question from Twitch right here. I Can't Spelly asks, how do users get access to the whitelist?
To the whitelist. The whitelist is over. The pre-sale is going on right now.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Besides the website and your Discord, are there any other locations that you want to direct us to for information that folks can get about the project if they're looking to do research?
You can also join our Telegram chats. So there are the Telegram chats are there are different variants. There is the Telegram chats for the English community, the Turkish community, the Spanish community, and the Russian community. And we update them constantly with posts about the game, the lore, the mechanics, how the game is growing, and we constantly talk with the community, not only about the game, but overall state of the world and other things that are happening.
All right, excellent. And with that, I consider my initial battery of questions complete. I will now turn to the community. Getting to those questions in order. Perfy asks, first, I want to start by saying that donating a part of your resales to charity is absolutely amazing. I have two primary questions. One, what charity will Age of Gangs be utilizing for those donations? And as a second question, he asks, the roadmap seems based off of sales and positioning of the NFT. Primary asset and the play-to-earn component of Age of Gangs. How does Age of Gangs differ from the other gangs with intent to keeping users entertained, interested, and a part of the Age of Gangs community overall?
For the charity, I can't say much because I do not know about it.
Presumably
that
still
is something for the team.
To be determined?
Yes, it's too early. I do not know that part of the development. That is for the team. And if I understood the second question, how can Age of Gangs differentiate itself from other pay-to-earn games? For classic gameplay, and overall, there will be daily, weekly quests with which you can earn for even more bonus tokens and in-game currencies. And this is still early to share, but as the game progresses, I'm sure there will be other forms of content added. Not only will it be constantly battling the PvP and PVE modes.
Okay. Black Shadow Assassins asks, how is your AI suited in the game to make sure the NFTs don't turn out to be ugly, unattractive, undesirable, since it's essentially going to be randomized attributes?
I can't say much about the AI, but the overall design of the game and the characters and the world for now has been great and consistent. Again, in our official Telegram chats, the Discord, you can see the designs of the gangsters, of their clothes, of the world, and they are all designed by a team which is working with ours. So I expect the game to have a great art system.
Absolutely. In the NFT space, to me at least, right now, it feels like the artwork itself is a big selling point. I myself am not a huge fan of, say, the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT television show that they produced on YouTube. I think it's kind of awful and not funny, but that's a personal opinion, and I don't think the artwork is doing it any favors in that department. Raucous Porpoise asks, what kind of additional game modes could we expect in the future?
Once again, still too early to share. I can share some game modes which I would like to see in the game, but that would add a lot of pressure to the team, so I will keep my mouth shut for that one. I'm sure there will be a lot more game modes and a more thriving community as time passes on.
Okay. Only Lone Wolf asks, how do you think the game will stand in a market versus Axie Infinity, Illuvium, and similar NFT kind of breeding games?
I think it won't be an easy battle because Axie Infinity is dominating the market, but what is our benefit is that first, the game isn't too hard to get into, as in how costly the NFTs are, and the overall art direction. It's, as an Axie player myself, I do like the style of the game, although it can be a little basic and childish, a little too cartoony, but the art of age art style is a lot more mature, which can prove to be a lot more mature, serious project, so that people can take the play to earn structure a lot more seriously.
Okay. Charming asks, are there passive income opportunities for those holding Age of Gangs NFTs?
For now, the only system will be leasing your NFT Gangsters team, to be exact, to another player with which you can share the profits. So you buy, for instance, like the Axie Infinity Scholarship, you buy into a team, you invest in it, and you lease it to another player, a part of the community. He plays with it, and both of you share the profits of that specific team.
Okay, so it's a lot like Axie in that way.
Well, as we said, we take the parts which are good of the play to earn, and we mix it up. We take the bads, we take out, and we add the goods.
Okay. Chris2401 asks, what platform will the NFTs be available on, and will there be any secondary markets for them? If there are, can you tell us where?
The platforms are on PC, the mobile devices, Android and iOS, and secondary markets. Can you be a little bit more specific? I do not understand that one.
No worries. I believe he's asking about where the NFTs will be able to be sold secondarily. For example, Gods Unchained as a collectible card game uses its immutable marketplace, but is built on the Ethereum blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
So
now,
they keep it kind of controlled in that way.
Mm-hmm. The game is built on the Ethereum blockchain, but you will be able to sell your NFTs on OpenSea.
Okay,
OpenSea, yes. That is for now, which is sure to be available. The OpenSea will be possible. In the future, there may be even more.
Okay. Zek asks several questions. He begins by mentioning quickly that the pay-to-earn Age of Gangs seems like a very cool and revolutionizing concept, and he wants to dish out 3 primary questions. Question 1, as you guys have mentioned 10% of resale income to charity, is there going to be a DAO or something for players and members of the Age of Gangs community to vote on game adjustments, updates, and even charities?
A DAO, can you explain that word?
Yes.
As in some way, so that the team can listen to the players.
Yes. In our sector of the crypto space, we're frequently exposed to groups that call themselves DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. These organizations tend to use a governance crypto token to enable their community to vote on proposals and ratify those proposals collectively?
For the charity, whatever the community proposes, also it differs. We constantly listen. Yes, we are constantly listening to our community on the chat, on Discord and the Telegrams, and we constantly update our team FAQ with the questions our community asks us. So there, we are constantly listening to our user base.
Okay. Zek also notes as part of that question that as the team didn't know where they might like charities to go at the moment, he suggests that it might be a wise moral decision to donate the charitable funds to organizations helping to move individuals out of organized crime lifestyles and acclimate them to an ordinary situation.
That is an excellent idea, and I wholeheartedly support it.
Cool. Second question from Zek: are you guys, as you guys are depicting the game inspired by real-life gangs, does this mean you might interview or even have Yakuza gang members involved with the project to consult and add realism?
Once again, Zek, excellent idea. I do not know that one, but I gotta say those are some excellent ideas from him, which could be implemented in the game.
Okay. His final question involves the violence that comes along with real-world gang activity. Does Age of Gangs as a project take any steps, even as minimal, say, as just like a PSA when you boot up the game, discouraging players from joining or partaking in illicit criminal gang activity?
Yes. Still too early to say, but it will be a PSA, as you say, to not to condone that kind of violence. As such, when you play a Call of Duty game,
you'll get that
most
little...
people don't.
When you start up the game, you'll get a disclaimer, usually something along the lines of, this game is a work of fiction and was developed
and
by
not
a team
to be
of...
copied. Yes.
Yeah, it's of course not to be copied, but they'll also say, in the post-Assassin's Creed world, these PSAs will read something like, this game is a work of fiction that involves real-world events, real-world figures, and was developed by a development team of multicultural origin and differing religious beliefs. And they usually say that because in the Assassin's Creed universe, right, they're going to be, killing the Pope and crazy shit like that.
Yes. A lot of different violence and overall mostly real-life events, which should be ignored by our culture today.
Yes, from a historical significance perspective, absolutely they need to be ignored. There is
plus,
simply no...
I'm sure with the lore of the game, which we will share the lives of the gangsters and gangs through the history. I'm sure we will take this opportunity to teach the people actually how gangsters live their lives, because in media, in films and overall series, anime, cartoons, I'm sure the gang life, the gangster is a little too romanticized, at least in the Western culture.
Absolutely. I can't disagree with that at all. Okay, moving forward to our next question. Arthix asks, why did the Age of Gangs choose the Ethereum chain? There are other faster, cheaper chains that one could use. For example, Phantom for NFTs is cheap and fast.
Ethereum, I can't share about that, but my opinion, Ethereum, yes, is slow because there is so much traction in it. There's so much going on. There's so many projects, but Ethereum has proven to be stable for now, and many other platforms can be a risk how stable they are.
Okay. Oh, I'm just noticing this, Zach. Apologies. I'm being asked if you got to re-ask the second question of his. Will the team? I believe I can go ahead and actually try to answer that for you, Zach. He said that right now they don't initially have any plans to interview Yakuza. However, because you brought up the idea, it's possible for him to raise it with the team, and they might actually be able to do that in the future. Is that correct, Yvka?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. IRS, great handle, asks, the Signum blockchain could also be used. It has other smart contracts and other features better than Solana. Signum was previously known as Burst. Is it possible that the team might consider allowing the Age of Gangs NFTs to be utilized on this chain for fast and cheap transactions?
Too early to say.
Too early to say. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. XSurf asks, what is the marketing strategy to attract buyers to Age of Gangs? Why should I, as an Ethereum holder, buy an Age of Gangs NFT?
The marketing strategy is utilizing different cultures of the world on Telegram, on Discord, and on social media. We have, once again, the chats on Discord, Telegram, multicultural, English, Spanish, Turkish, Russian, etc. And also on Instagram, Twitter is constantly updated, and we are constantly growing as a community.
Okay. See here. Lose You Simple asks, is the team considering launching a token to go along with Age of Gangs in future, if not soon?
Yes, there will be a token which will be released. The name, I think it will be named Gang Token, and I can't tell much about it. With the release of the token, the founding team will also be shared.
Okay. IRS is back, and they are asking, can we expect dividends for holding NFTs, and can the NFTs be rented out to others? The answer to the renting is yes. We answered that earlier in the show, but I too am curious about NFT dividends.
NFT dividends. This is my the dividends. I don't understand well that word. What does dividend mean?
In English, dividend is generally an investor parlance that refers to a payment of some sort made to an account as a direct relation to an investor's stake in a project. So say I buy a stock, I could expect certain dividend payments to my investment accounts be made as a consequence of owning the stock.
Yes, for each purchased NFT in the pre-sale, the team provides an allocation of $100 in the public sale of their token, and also soon you will be soon be able to put them in NFT staking.
Okay. Trying to find where I was. There we are. Lone Wolf is back. They ask, how does Age of Gangs plan on incorporating user feedback to improve their game design process?
Constant conversation with our user base. Once again, the chats and social media. We are constantly talking with our user base, listening to them, and updating once again the FAQ, which we use to pay attention to what our user base wants from the project. So constant communication.
Okay. Speaking of your user base, I have not so much a personal question, but a comment I feel I should raise with
Hmm.
you. I was watching the Age of Gangs Discord for the time leading up to the show, and I noticed what I can only describe as a massive surge in bot users on the Age of Gangs Discord. Do you guys have any
Yes.
plans to police the sheer number of alt accounts, fake accounts, etc., that have popped up in the
Yes,
Discord?
yes. Sadly, as we invest in the marketing, in getting the word out about the project, bots are a necessity when working together with different types of services provided from the people in the crypto world. For me, example, I am constantly in talking with people in my DMs which offer different types of services, from their chats, from their YouTube accounts, and which 90% of them are fake. So yes, the bots are a problem. Sadly, they are a necessary evil, when we are marketing our project, and we are constantly working on it.
Okay. Let's see. Where was I? I lost my place in my pins, folks. Give me just a second.
I will have to leave in a few minutes, so just so you know.
Ah, okay. No problem. I will try to wrap us up a little quickly. USMB asks, as it is mentioned that all NFTs will be released and the buyers of the NFTs will have a unique character, if someone is buying more than one, how can they ensure they're going to get different characters?
The characters all have different attributes. They are designs, and as you breed them, as they are up on sale, all have different characteristics and rarities.
Okay. Chris2401 asks, in the future, could there be gear or equipment NFTs you could use to upgrade your characters and potentially make the characters more valuable in terms of their abilities?
Too early to say, but an excellent idea, if I may add. Yes.
Okay. Solidium asks, there will undoubtedly be a form of a market for your NFTs, since having them is comparable to sort of trading cards. Main reason why trading cards are so successful and fun is the ease of trading them. But being powered by Ethereum, the current gas fees are so high as to make it difficult to implement inexpensively. With the release of 2.0, do you know of any quote-unquote hubs for trading these NFTs, presumably other than OpenSea, and other plans governing your ability to trade gangsters with players?
Too early to say. It's an excellent idea, and I agree with it. The Ethereum blockchain, the gas fees are high, and I agree with the idea that there should be how can I say this? System which you can trade the NFTs and overall team gangsters with other players, and the team plans an in-game store.
Okay. Akla asks, you said the game will rely on the power and rarity of the NFT. The idea in the game, then, is to outsmart the system by increasing your NFT's levels and experience. In my opinion, there are advantages and disadvantages in this case. For those who would pay to win, is it really worth buying? Would it really be profitable? Of course, it will be easy to win, and for those who invest little, it might be more difficult for them to level up. Is there really a skill-based way to take on a player with a better team?
Too early to say, but I imagine there will be, in terms of PvP, that there will be a ranking system like an MMR, for instance, which the more you win, you get up on the ladder, for instance, and you will play other people which are better in the game or better players. But as he asked, how do you level up if the PvP has proved to be a little annoying or hard one day, the PvP is still PVE is still a viable option where you play against computers, and the basics of the game depends on the player's skill, not the rarity of the NFT.
Okay. I guess I would ask a follow-up to that. Are the NFTs themselves, or the minting of NFTs themselves, a baseline requirement for entry to play the game?
No. You can find a player which will lease you a team.
Okay, so that would be the only way to play without paying for NFTs then?
Yes.
Okay. Cybenz asks, can you share any footage or source material of the game in action with us?
For now, you will have to follow up this with the team, since the only picture of the gameplay is on the Telegram channel, which we shared. I will try to find it on Discord, Telegram, and Twitter. I have to go now, but there is. Oh, give me a second. Yes, Cybenz has shared it. I can see now. Excellent.
All right. Well, if you have
You
time
can see
for
it.
one more question, I have one very good
Yes.
question that I absolutely have to ask. This question comes from Jordan. What do you ethically plan to do in the event that the developers or shareholders of Age of Gangs want the game changed in such a way that would increase the revenue but may not be in the best interest of the general public and players of the game? This is an important question because a lot of games will come out and say, oh no, we don't have a pay-to-win component. Ubisoft in particular is notorious for saying this all the time. And then as soon as Far Cry 6 comes out, oh, hey, look, you can buy all the skills. Just give us $50.
Ubisoft, EA, Activision. Yes. If I understand the question correctly, this is for me. What will I myself do if the Age of Gangs team acts like that on release and overall as the game progresses?
As I understand the question, yes, it's a question for you in particular. If Age of Gangs makes a change that is, I'll just use what I call it, predatory. If they make a predatory change that is hostile toward the consumer but friendly toward Age of Gangs' overall shareholders, how would you react?
As someone who has I have been a gamer all my life, I understand the overall fear of it, and as more games released, especially AAA games, they are more and more pay to win, even if you invest in it. I have been a community manager for a few months now, even before Age of Gangs. Sadly, all have been scams, which I left. Because this seems like, and I truly believe in it, a legit project and a great game for the future. If something like that happens, I will try to fight it, to constantly talk with the team and constantly share the gripes the community has.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't think it will happen because the team is constantly talking with us, constantly sharing, constantly listening to community. If that happens, and if still that doesn't help, that they don't listen to what the communities say, what we say, after some time, I will probably definitely leave the project. If, as you say, that kind of predatory stuff keeps on going on.
All right. Well, if you've got to go, sir, thank you so much. We very much appreciate your time coming out here to hang out with us and give us your 2 cents on Age of Gangs.
Thank you. Thank you listening to my broken English. I don't have a lot of times to practice it, so thank you very much for listening for me.
Absolutely. I personally did not have any difficulties understanding you. Your English was perfectly fine and serviceable. In fact, much better than some people in my home country of the United States. And as always, thank you everyone for joining us for this show. We're very grateful that Age of Gangs was able to drop in and give us some questions. And this video will be going up on YouTube later in the day for anyone who missed portions or wants to catch the entire thing. I am Nexus. I have been your host. This is the Wolves of Wall Street. We are your primary source for crypto education in a hot and hoppin' community full of great people who are always interested in fudding, standing, and FOMOing the greatest and hottest altcoins. And everyone here is always looking for a cool moonshot. And I loved hearing about this, and I hope we get to hear some more from Age of Gangs in the future. Thank you, everybody. This has been a great pleasure and an honor as always.